Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and we're working today on the Christmas accordion album. And as you can see, I have now got my piece of sari silk wrapped around it. I did originally have it wrapped around twice and it was just all too much, and so I've just cut it down, and it'll probably be cut down a little bit more once it fills out, but at the moment I've just got plenty long enough to make sure I've got enough. And I do like how that looks. It's just wrapped around the once, and then we can just open it up and see where we are inside. So I haven't done much with this off camera. I did add some little pieces here, like as little tuck spots. These are both Tim Holtz pieces, a little calendar and a label to saying believe. And these are they're in the Nostalgic Noel kit, and they are like book covers, and they're all Christmassy ones. So this one says The Wonderful Christmas Tree. This one says The Book of Christmas. This one. And they're all different colours, that's why I like them. I thought they made a nice little collection. And this one is The Christmas Book. I don't know if they're real books. I have no idea. But I thought they looked rather nice in there, just tucked into that pocket. Makes it a bit more interesting. I was just going to put a die cut on there, and I thought, well, actually, let's tuck something in. So that's this piece. So apart from that, not done anything further, because we've got lots we can come back and do another time. I have gone ahead and done the first 2 pages on the back, or coming back from the other side, just to get going. So these are both from Nostalgic Noel. I've kind of got an idea of what I want to do with the rest of the pages, so I thought we should just get started. So on the next one, I want to do another collage-y page, because I like that one that we did the other day, which was... where is that? Am I collaging on the back of the same one? I could be, actually. That wasn't intentional. Yeah, I did this collage and I like that. So I'm going to do another one on here. And I'm going to use some of the Roxy Creations papers for this one. I think I used a bit of a mixture of all sorts on the other one. So I've got a few scraps, but I have been working on another project which I will show you at some point, probably next week. I may even show you today. I don't know what time I'll have. There's also been using the same papers. So I just thought I'd pull out a few pieces. I like this spotty one, and I've got loads of bits of papers that are still I haven't cut into, but I'm quite happy to do so. So I think I might put that one there. So I want to use a few of these pieces, but also don't have to use just these, because a lot of these bits are actually tags and things that they don't really work on here. So I'm just going to get rid of this piece of white off the edge. So how is everybody doing? I hope you're all well. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your lovely comments over the last few weeks. I do forget sometimes to thank you all for being so kind and so encouraging. There's a few of you, and you know who you are, who regularly comment, and I really can't say how much I appreciate that. It makes such a difference. Just feeling that people are enjoying what I'm making and are going along with me. And I really, really appreciate it. So thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. My subscriber numbers have gone up a bit over the last few weeks, which may be partly to do with the collaboration that I was part of in September. There is a new collaboration starting, and probably will have started by the time you see this, the beginning of November, which I could have joined in with, but I missed the call because I was distracted by doing some. We were being busy trying to plan our Christmas a Christmas trip, and I just forgot to check Facebook. That's all it was. I didn't check my notifications on Facebook, So I missed the call for the new collaboration. I did belatedly say, yeah, I'm happy to join in, but I think I was too late. So if you're seeing other people on a collab, still I think it's still Best of Brits, a Christmas collaboration. And if you're thinking, oh, I wonder if Karen's joining in, yeah, no, I'm not. Well, I would if I was asked, but I was just a bit late, only a week late, but I think it all had to happen quite quickly, and we had to sign up pretty quick, and I was just too late. So it's just the story of my life, that. So never mind. Another time I'll be a bit more with it. I think, what shall I have on here? I think I'd like something a little bit more neutral. I don't want too many just bright colours after bright colours. So let's see, got a nice bit of script here. Oh, that's a lovely piece as well. This is a lovely one. This is one of her background papers. I could just put the whole thing on here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just have a piece of this, I think. Let me just check if there's any others that I like the look of. Another nice one. I like the colour of this. Maybe I'll do this piece of this. So hard to choose. I don't like to tear them up, but at the same time I haven't got room to use loads of whole pieces. There's not many pages. So can I put that one there? I'm just trying them out at the moment. Like this green, maybe I'll put a bit of green. I don't really want the bird. Bird's not saying Christmas to me. I'm very picky about the things that say Christmas. So I'm going to just like this piece of green here. That's really pretty. I may not use all the pieces that I tear out. Just going for things that take my eye. So that's going to go there. Maybe that will go there. Something like that. Where's the bend? There it is. The bend, the fold. So got that there. I need a chunk to go in here. And I might. Oh, I do like this piece here, but I don't know how well it would go in that spot. There's this piece. Maybe I'll do a piece down here. Let's get my bigger ruler. Let's try a piece of this. Have that. Oh. Okay. Like that, maybe like that. Need something for this corner. Maybe I'll just have this over here. I'm kind of laying them out, and then I'll kind of glue them on properly when I know roughly what I'm doing. And we have got this really nice piece here, which I do rather like. Maybe let's try and tear around it. keep seeing different bits that I like. And I can't get them all on. Definitely can't. But I might be able to get bits of a couple more. So I like all of this, but of course it's way too big. I might just take this strip off. That might go down somewhere else. Can we fit this on here somehow? I think this may end up being too big, but we can try. Right. So this could go here somewhere. Can I do that down here? This one here. Oh, I'm going a bit too far over now. There's my join. That one there. This one down here. I'll tear this off, but just trying it out. And then that could go about there. That would be okay. I think I could work with that somehow. May tear it down a bit more. So, right. This one could go on first. Where's my little, oh there it is, glue book. Let's get that on there. Oop. So I'm going to see if I can try and get the rest of the pages covered. Oh, missed a bit. Missed a corner. Did I miss another corner? Oh, a little bit. There we are. Right, so that's that one done. Put these papers aside. And, oh goodness, and all these as well. I have so much paper. I could make half a dozen of these accordion journals, I think, with the amount of paper I've got on these, with these two kits. Well, I don't know how many, all the Nostalgic Noel, which is about 2 full kits of background papers plus the journal papers, so that's 3 kits, plus the Roxy Creations kits. Yeah, half a dozen, I reckon a dozen journals I could do of these. So I really thought she was very sweet. So I thought for the page, because these are going to be facing each other, I'm going to, for this other half, I'm going to put this piece on here. I think she's rather lovely. Just mark it and then tear that down and get that glued on. Where's my tear ruler? Let's just do that. Hope it's straight. No, shifted. Okay. Another scrap piece. So I'll just ink along this edge. It's quite rough anyway, which I quite like that. Picks up the ink nicely then. I think, let me just see. This might be a touch long. I mean, it's just like a 1/16 of an inch too long. So that's all I'm going to take off. Just the tiniest bit. I'll take it off the top and I'll have to re-ink it again, of course. So just take that off. And that should be enough. Just that little tiny bit. And then I will glue. So I'm doing the same as I did the same on the others. Glue stick around the middle and then some of my tacky glue around the edges. That seems to have worked quite well. So that's what I'm going to do. Sure it's bending, because one of the ones I did when I off camera, this one I kind of got a bit too close to the edge and in fact went over the edge and I had to tear it and cut it down a bit and made a bit of a mess. I thought, well, that's a prime candidate for a pocket or something on that edge. Right, so that's glued down. I think that looks really sweet. I love her. She's so cute. Okay, so that's those two. And the next two, because what I'm trying to do is pick papers that kind of sort of coordinate together. So those two, I think, because they're from the same kit, they go well. And then I like these two together. They're sort of the blues. I could have gone with the background paper that goes with this, but I didn't want it to be too matchy-matchy. But I thought this went well. So that's my thought. So I've got this paper from the Nostalgic Noel. I really like it. It's a bit different to some of the others, and I quite like the idea of having very different looks on different pages. And I've decided to team it up with this one, which is another one of the hymns, Christmas hymns, that came in the year before's kit, I think, in the Christmas past. Right, so it's going to be, it'll be a bit too wide, but depending on which side I decide to go for. Maybe I'll do it this way around. No, I need to get rid of this. So I think I might, because I really like this pattern here. I wonder whether to put them like that, so that, no, they don't really go together next to each other, but I think they go quite well in a general way. So maybe if I have it this side, I'll have to tear this down, and I'll just get rid of that bit, I think. Do I want to get rid of it? I'm just wondering whether to get rid of this black line here. I'm not a big fan of the black line. And the more I take off, or I'm able to take off this end, the less I have to take off of the pretty bit on the other side. That's good. Yep, got rid of the black line, but didn't lose any of the hem along this edge. So now, should I get it lined up here? Now I'm going to have to tear some of this. Let's get myself in a bit of a tangle here. There we are. So I'm just going to have to tear this down. I've still got a little bit of that pattern. I'd have liked more, but it's just the way, just can't get more on the page. If I've gone a bit wonky there, I may have to tear it down just a little bit more. I think I kind of veered out a little bit. Right. We'll see how it fits. I may have to tear some a bit more. Don't know. I'll see. I know I'm doing it the wrong way round. I'll get the other page cut to size as well before I stick anything on. So with this one, I'll put it there. It's distracting having this behind it because it's hard to tell the height properly if I do that. I may need to cut a bit off. Yes, I am going to have to take that little 1/16 off again. Take that off the top. Should have remembered that before I inked it, shouldn't I? Take that off. Right, yep, okay. So that's that one, and then which side do I want? That one? Kind of like this side. They're not the same. It looks different on each side. Do I want this side? Kind of like that side, I think. So I think I'm going to go with this. Mark it, and I'll tear this one down. Where did I mark it? I think that was it. Oh, I hope I've got this straight. This will be nice for a decorative edge or something, or for doing some more collaging. If I do any more somewhere, which I may well do on something else. Okay, so is that good? Oh, I need to take my smidging off the top, because they'll all be the same. There it is, my little smidge. Now, is that going on there? So, I made it too wide. I made it a little wide, so I'm going to have to, instead of trying to tear it again, I'm going to try take a bit off with the trimmer. That'll be easier. That's the join that goes there. Yeah, that'll be okay there. Right, I can safely ink, and now I will ink this one, and then I'll glue them both on, and then I'll come back and we'll do the next 2 pages. Right, I've got those. I've got those 2 pages glued down. I meant to say at the beginning of the video, and I'm sorry I forgot. I'm hoping it might be a bit shadowy where I'm sitting, because I've got my overhead lights on. I don't have fancy filming lights. I just have ordinary lights above my head. But it is quite a dark day today. I mean, it's late in the afternoon, so the light would be going. It's beginning to go anyway. It's coming up for about 4 o'clock. But even if I'd filmed at lunchtime, it would have been pretty much the same. It's been one of those really dull, drizzly, grey days that you get at this time of year. So I had to put my lights on, otherwise it would have been just too dark. But I realise there might be the odd shadow. I'm hoping it's not too bad, because the lights are fairly bright. But if you do see some shadows, I do apologise. It can be a bit distracting. But I just needed to have some light to be able to film. I actually didn't know if, I was starting to wonder if I could film today, because it's so dark. But I've managed it. I think it's okay. I hope it's all right for you as well. So I did have to tear this one down a little bit more, because it was just wider than it needed to be. Made a bit of a pig's ear of it down the side here, but I don't think it shows that much now it's on. Now it's glued on. I did toy with the idea of putting this piece back on the edge here, because I thought that would look lovely. But I thought, well, actually, I'll probably glue something. I'll have the side tuck there, or some decoration, or something will be going along the edge, and it'll be a bit lost. So I thought, well, I won't do that. So I've just got these last 2 pages to do. And I've gone back to, this is one of the journal pages from the Nostalgic Noel kit. It's a really sweet page. I thought I'd use this deer, and look at those eyes. So I thought I might put her on there. I'm assuming she's a her. She's got beautiful eyes, eyelashes, and flowers in her hair, so well, on her head. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Take that piece. So let's get that glued on. Cut down first. So I'm going to tear, because it's the edge that's going to be on the outside, where the book page is. I like to have my tear ruler on that, to use the tear ruler on that side. It's not very straight. How unusual. But that's the beauty of having this bit of book page here. It won't really show that it's not that straight, I hope. Because it's not like it's going on a straight edge, but I've just got to make sure it's not too wide this time. And then I will just use my trimmer. There's the actual bend there. So I'll do it there, I think. Cut that piece down. So that's there. And I could use the other side to go with it because it would go, but I'm not going to. Oh, and I need to take off my little smidge. Like 1/16th, if that, of an inch. And just put this up here for a moment. I've just got my glues in the way. Oh, stand up. Right, so I've got that piece. And then on the other side, so I've got that piece to go on here. Is it wide enough now? Maybe I didn't make it wide enough. Gosh, barely reaches, doesn't it? Never can tell. It's going to have to go. I may have to do something on there. And so I've got this piece, which I thought, well, it does pick up the little flowers. And there's some little bits of the blue in the background, so I thought that would be quite nice to go with that. So that's what I'm doing with this one. Not sure if there's a right way round or a wrong way round. Somehow this looks the right way round. I don't know if there's any difference. I really don't, but I'm going to tear that. Maybe I'll have to do them the other way round to make it fit better, but then I've torn it already, haven't I? Yeah, I've just made this a bit narrow after worrying I was going to make it too wide like the last one. I've gone too far the other way, but I will work with it. Again, I'll probably add something down that side anyway, especially if there's a bit of a gap. I may well add some trim, or I'll put a pocket or a side tuck or something, so it won't necessarily show that I have cut it a bit short. That's my theory. Oh, yeah, I just need to trim a little bit off the end. Okay, so that's going there, like that. Oh, it's to be careful. It's getting quite close to the that little bit of bobble trim. Right, so that's going to go on there. This cute little deer is going to go on here. Might just reach, but maybe not. But I will almost definitely be putting something down that edge, I would say. So I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to, where's my thing? Ink. I'll ink and glue this down. And then we'll have a look, see where we are. See if there's anything else we need to do. Okay, so they're on, and I really like how they look together as well. I'm quite pleased with how that all looks. I know I've got a bit of a gap down here. We may have to address that. Well, we will address it at some point. So I'm a bit hesitant to close it up because I'm a bit worried there might be some glue seeping out. It doesn't feel wet at the moment. Not so wet that it will glue to itself. I hope it won't. So there we are, back at the beginning again. So just pull this through a little bit. Don't want it to come out. So let's just have a quick flick through and see what we've got. So we have this page here, gorgeous Santa on here. Got this one. This one. Got this really bold one here. But we'll put things on here. It's quite nice to have a bold background, and then we can put whatever goes on it will really pop, won't it? And then we've got this one with the collage. Turn it over. Got a charabanc all piled up with presents on the back. We've got this one. It's feeling a bit, it's catching a bit. This one. There we are. So there's this one. We've got the Roxy Creations page. I love that. Then we have these pages. I really like them. I've missed one. Have I? No, I haven't. Yes, I have. Yeah, that's it. No, I haven't missed one. Just not as many as I thought there would be. So there we are. That is now all covered. We will need to do, I think I want to do some more blinging up on the front. Big surprise. I might put something down here. Just got to be careful not to overlap it. Just wondering if I've got anything in my little box of goodies here. I have got this in here. I put a load of little wooden pieces that I bought, little wooden embellishments, and some I've had for a little while. And I'm wondering whether some of these would just work on here. So I have got, I think it's meant to be a little ornament because it's got a little bit of gold on there. So I wondered about putting something, well, it's a bit bulky, isn't it? Putting that on there. No, that's not going to work. I've got a wooden one, but I don't know if that will work either. And I quite like how this is, but, and I've got a velvet bow. Maybe I'll just put the bow on where the other bow is. Could just add the bow like that. And then we could just do some highlighting of the gold. I was doing I was doing some gold as part of the 50 stack challenge the other day, if you saw that one, using my gold thingy, glacier paste, that's the word. So I could put a red, that on there, have some gold trim going down here, I was thinking, and maybe put some gold highlights on the door. Have I got time to do that today? I might just have time to give that a go, and then it'll have time to dry. I might even add a few bits down the bottom here. I've got some little parcels. I think they're all the same though. Parcel by the door. They're so sweet, these things. I've all got some little trees. Put some trees by the front door, could I? Should I? Got a collection of different ones here. I've got these ones, which are on a backing, which I might take off. Quite like that. Could have a couple of those. Or a little one. Yeah, I mean there's quite a lot. Could get a bit carried away decorating this front, but then why not? Let's put a little bit of gold on. Let's just do it. I'll be right back. I've just got to go and get my stuff because I haven't planned this. Right, so I've got my Nouveau Glacier paste here in the gold. I'm just going to add some touches of gold to my front door. It's one of those things that once you start, it's hard to stop. So I might just put a little bit on. There's a little lantern here. I'm going to try not to overdo it, because that's what I always seem to end up doing. A little bit there. And put some on the letterbox. Appears to be a letterbox, 2 letterboxes on this door. And I don't know how well it'll come over on camera. It may not be very obvious, and I do apologise if it's not coming over. But I will see if I can hold it up when I've done it and see if it'll catch the light a little bit, so you can get the idea of how it looks. Okay. And of course I'm going to have to do the door knob in the front here. How are we doing? Just trying to... Yep. Oh yes. Just missed a bit on the edge here. I don't know, can you see that? I don't know if you can catch the light there. But it's quite shiny, which I really like. And I'm going to do this one at the bottom. Might do something around this up the top as well. Okay. Right, that's that one. Now there's the door. I think it's where the lantern is hanging from. So it's sort of like the little bracket up here. Right, so I was just adding a little gold on this up here, on this bracket here, before I was so rudely interrupted by my battery dying, as it does regularly after about an hour. It only gives me an hour and then it's gone. But I'm not going to let it stop me. It just tells me it's probably time for me to actually stop. So I think I've done as much as I should do on here. There's always more you can see, but I think I'll leave well alone now. I may add some more, but I think there's other things that I shall want to do. So we'll do a bit of decorating in the next one. Perhaps we'll add some bits of lace and trim and stuff to the journal here and there, and start putting pieces in the journal. I've still got more to make, I'm sure, but I have got some ephemera at least to go in. So I'm going to hold this up to the camera a bit to see if you can catch it. I don't know if you can. I can't even sort of whether you can see the light just catching the bits on the door and on the top there, on the basket, on the little lantern or basket, whatever it is, and on the letterboxes. It's not expertly applied, of course, but I like it. It's just a little bit of bling. So yes, so thank you very much for joining me. I'm glad we got this finished, and we can start actually working in it now, because I couldn't work on one side until I'd cover the other side, because it would be much more difficult to put the papers on the back. Oh, excuse me, that's just a message coming through. Yeah, it'd be more difficult to work. If I'd started adding pockets to the first side, I wouldn't have been able to stick the papers on the back, so I've had to go through and do all those. But now we can move on and do something else next time. Okay, so I'll see you then. Bye for now.